hear you just slam it, and they know.
Whoa!
Maybe
You're
our
live.
dog.
You're live. Hi.
Oh, whoops.
We're live. There wasn't an intro because we were talking and I didn't get to hit the button. Hi,
Oh.
everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Just ignore our conversation we're having.
Right.
No, it's okay. It's just like
I didn't just slam a door. It's cool. We're
no,
good.
for actually, you know how I am about misinformation. Let's just clear that up. It wasn't a door. It was a window. It was rightly done. There was noise outside. Like it was all cool. It was all cool. It's not what you think.
Yeah.
Just like everything else going out there on the socials right now. Let me just say that. Like, take a breath, think about it for a second, and you'll figure it out. Because man, is it lit out there. There's a bunch of bullshit going on. I had to shut down my computer for the first time, and I don't know how.
You shut down your computer.
Oh
in
yeah,
what world?
in this world. When I woke up this morning, I went out on the socials. I answered a couple of DMs. I listened to what was going on, and then I was like, "Oh hell no!"
That's what I just did with the window. I was like, hell no. I think turning
I'm
off your
telling you.
computer every once in a while, though, is a good thing.
You know what? Somehow I just knew that would be what you said. Like you should do that more often, Claire. Just push that damn button. And I have been on weekends. I think you've all noticed. Like it gets, you're out there on YouTube for hours a day, and you just need to not.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Mark. I've missed you. Is Claire being fashionably late on anyone's bingo card? I'm always fashionably. I was responsibly late today, not fashionably late. I was responsibly late for a reason. Like slamming windows in and not wanting to, and had to get something out about what was going on before we went live.
Yeah, we had
good
to
reason.
vent our fury before we
Why
came out
didn't
here and we're
I-
chipper.
I
Mm-hmm.
thought we were getting an intro to where it meant.
I know. I tried to push the button, but it didn't push. Like you can put tech fail on that. No intro. And you know what? And I'm not editing it either. We'll just let it up there for prosperity. Claire can't tech. Okay, that's it. I have
I
issues.
guess that's already. Yep. So two
Yeah.
squares already.
2 squares there.
Well,
absolutely.
I guess 3 if you consider me a third wheel. So there's
No,
3
you're
squares
not a
right
No.
third wheel.
It's Sunday. There are no third wheels. No, absolutely
Exactly.
not. No. If I called this the Bear and Bee show, then that would be true. But I didn't. I call it
that
It's
is
What
true.
Matters. I actually, let's just call it what it is. I redesigned it to include you and everybody.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
you're a fabulous addition.
Yeah, you would make a terrible third wheel. Anyway.
Exactly.
Because you're like a show stealer. Like you would be the star. Yeah,
You
you're
are
not
a
a
show
third wheel.
stealer.
You can stop now.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sure?
We-
Because I can
yeah.
keep going about
I
what
know.
I dig about you.
I know, and you know what? We don't have Rocket this week. He's on vacation, so he can't
Oh,
change squares on
no.
the bingo card. So we can't put like Claire. Claire schmoozes up the panel guests. Like Claire goes over the top with the sugar.
Don't give him ideas.
Yeah, the bear over sugars. No, or the bear honeys up the guests in the
Is
panel.
it over sugars, though? We're just stating facts.
Yeah, it is a fact. She's the best. She is she knows that.
Oh,
She
thanks.
knows that. She knows. I think everybody knows how we feel about her. It's a good thing we're
I don't know. We
avatars.
can just
You don't even.
We can just do a whole 2 hours of this. I'm sitting right here.
You know what? If you can take it, yeah. If you can take it, JuJu and I'll just say nice stuff about you. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Oh hi. Briefly, Couch is here after all. Hey, happy vacation. And hello, Deep State and Grace and everybody else I've missed in the chat because I was goofing off. Sorry. Mousy was first. Hello, Mousy. I should have said hello to you first, and I didn't. Sorry. Hello, Jin and Chill. Thanks for being here tomorrow. Couch, what are you doing? You're supposed to be on vacation.
He heard him. He sneezed.
He sneezed.
Summoned him.
We summoned him with a sneeze.
He's like, someone's talking about me. I better turn on that stream.
And it was all good because he's like this work he's been doing on the bingo cards is phenomenal. He's like so good, so clever,
It
so
got it.
funny.
It even has its own place in the Discord. Its own little.
Yes,
room.
it does. It has its own room, and we put winning cards there and all. And I am getting people to send me winning bingo cards, so there is going to be a drawing. I just don't know when to do it. When do you guys think we should do it?
Do it on the 1st of the month.
Well, then I missed it because I have to draw for April.
Do it on the 15th of the month.
and then like what one would be the 15th though? So because this is the 6th, and if I add 7, that's the 13th. So like it would have to, I was going to do it like a randomizer so everybody could see that it was fair.
Do it on the first Monday of the month.
I don't stream on Mondays, boo, like unless I got a trial. I don't know. I have to figure it out. I'll figure it's going to have to be one of the casual shows. Yeah, it's going to have to be a weekend show. Yeah, because I think maybe the third. Okay, I think JuJu's right. The closest to the 1st or the 15th. And since I missed the 1st, next week we will randomize April's cards and pick a winner. How's it? Yeah, that's what we do. It'll only take a minute. The other thing I could do is stream it and post it, like in StreamYards. I could just load it and run it and record it and post it. Yeah, I could do that too.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, this is my life lately. I can't make decisions. I could just sit here and go back and forth about it all day. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a poll on the community tab and let you guys vote. What do you guys think of the chat? Should I just record it, or do you want it live?
Sunday of the month.
There you go. Well, that would be today.
That would be today. And I'm not ready. Of course, I could go get ready, leave you two here to do the show, and come back later.
We could just put the dog barking in my neighborhood on.
Yeah, we could, and entertain. Yes, so this is like just random videos showing up, like and then just do it live. No, because I gotta load the randomizer with all the names.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I'm old fashioned. All I have is a paper list right now of all the entries, like who they are and how many times.
Just do it next weekend.
That's what I'm thinking. Next Sunday.
So second.
Let me just do up. I'm gonna give some power to the chat.
Oh no, power to the chat.
Yeah, I know.
Power to the chat.
No, we just sit here and we're like, what's happening?
Yeah.
No, I'm making a poll. You'll see. Live or recorded.
Hey, Robski.
How you doing, Robski? It's late for you. It's like midnight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like after midnight there.
Is there a dog barking in your neighborhood? I'm just saying there's a dog barking in my neighborhood and I can't get past it, everyone.
And that's what we were talking about. And like because I heard her slam the window. And I was like, well, maybe, or was it the door or was it the window?
Well, I slammed a window and a door.
I was like, maybe the neighbor might hear go, wait, could that be because my dog is barking? They're slamming their windows and doors over there.
They should have heard me scream before that because I did yell obnoxiously out the door.
Mm-hmm.
I just said, take your dog inside.
And they did not listen.
Robski's not in his usual place. He's in Spain right now.
Oh,
so it's actually later. It's 1 a.m. in the morning. I hope you had a good day. And I always see this great Spanish wine that he's been posting.
I know. Robski always makes me want to have a drink.
He knows good wine and good cheese. Like I give you that. Yep. Hey, Fish Nerd. Oh, look at that poll is going. Okay, we got a lot of whatevers, people. Do it live or whatever.
That's not really helpful, you guys.
Yeah, well, I know my live chat, and it would not be a true poll if I didn't put one of their snarky.
That's what I would have answered.
The majority of them would be saying, whatever, Claire, like, why are you making us vote? Knock it off. Like,
yeah, we don't care. Just make a decision. We'll go with it.
It's like, it's like, yo, Claire, you forget where you were? It's Sunday, damn it. Like, what's this? Like, you making us vote? Like, what? It's like Sunday. We're not supposed to do anything. Yeah, that's it. We're supposed to be chill and vibing and just like hanging out.
Dude, I had the most chill weekend. Like, I could only describe it as lovely. It was a lovely weekend.
That's good.
I'm sad the weekend's pretty much over.
I am too. I'm also sad. Another dog has joined the dog barking.
Oh no. Rocket says they're eating pizza in a hotel before going to the pool. Aw.
What? That sounds amazing.
Happy Monday evening, Janae. I hope your Sunday was good. Ooh. Bargain plunk. That's awesome. Robski's like found a great bottle of red there. Whoop, where'd it go? Bottle of red for $2.80. Wow, that's cheap. That's good.
That is cheap.
Oh no, Fish Nerd just got home. He's exhausted from the weekend shift. I feel an unplanned nap starting like right now. Don't hit your head. Don't hit your head on the desk. Get a comfy chair. Like, get comfortable before you fall out for sure.
Dude, it stinks being that tired at this time of night where you're like, if I sleep now, then I won't sleep later.
Yeah.
But if I push through, then I'll like be awake later. You know, you get your second wind.
Welcome to my world. Like, I fell asleep after trial the other day and I missed the whole evening. I meant to only sleep like 2 hours and then get up and do what I normally do in the evening because it was like game night and everything. Nope. I slept straight. I slept like the dead.
That like, feels good though to sleep like that.
I felt guilty when I woke up because because like there was a lot of people at game night and I just felt bad. But I know everybody had a great time. So that I have to say thank you, High Inquisitor. Like, he's so good with game night. And I knew it was handled and everything was doing a good job. But I did intend to be there. I set my alarm. I just didn't wake up to it. I slept right through it. Like, didn't hear a damn thing.
But Quiz is so patient with all of us playing games.
He really is. The way he teaches everybody the new games and everything, but he makes it a lot of fun. And he's got a wicked sense of humor. Just like, you know, can you tell? Like, I'm gushing today about everybody. Like, y'all gonna know who I actually adore, and like, you know, I'm very fond of a lot of you. You know, he's one. I call him brother for a reason. He's annoying AF like my brother, but I also love him to pieces. You know, I'm sure he says the same thing. That I drive him crazy, but like that's where it comes from. We got that brotherly, sisterly. Oh my God. You know? But it's all good. It's all good.
Quiz's voice when we're driving him crazy is one of my favorite things. When he's like, I really want to murder you right now, but I'm not going to. I love it.
Quiz can make every vowel and consonant in the alphabet a sigh. I don't know how, but he can. Yes. Like, without actually sighing. Like, you can hear it, like, with every vowel and consonant. Like, but he's not actually sighing out loud. It just sounds like it.
It's so words. Good. Like, and then I love when he's like, because you know, if enough of us are playing, you kind of phase out and you don't realize it's your turn, and we're all just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, we're waiting for somebody. Yeah,
yeah.
Nobody wants to say anything. Yeah, because we're all learning. You know, so you don't want to kick people out and stuff. But it's like
I just love the way he'll be like, JuJu. I'm like,
yeah. Hello. Earth to JuJu, push the button. Yeah. And people, you know, and then after a while, because we're all pretty friendly and it's like no holds, but I will let you know, it gets a little dicey. Like, it's no hold bars in the Discord. Like, you better bring your skin, like your thick skin. Like,
that's true.
Know? Because I have said to her before, like, there's like, all right, push the button. Yo. You know, I'm not here just to like wait till tomorrow for this game to be over. Like, let's go.
It's true.
Or it's like if that's your strategy, making me wait an hour before I get to play my card, like, it's not a good strategy. You're just pissing me off. I don't know. You know, because and that's why I get the reputation of being such being so competitive. Although lately I haven't been. I really haven't been.
I disagree. Because you took your Peppy away from me one time.
I took the
Grace,
Peppy away.
Don't mention it. He will then know and start acting up. He's just chilling on the couch right now.
Who? What is she talking about? The cat? What?
No, the gremlin.
Oh yeah, don't what's that? Yeah, don't call it. Don't call him or like what I mean is the subject when I say it. I don't mean him. Yeah. Like, don't call don't call it into there. Yeah. Don't call anything into action. Yeah. Don't call in that puppy of JuJu's either that's in the yard or wherever.
It's two of them.
Yeah, it's two now.
I think they live in the same house. I know who they are.
Oh no.
Good to...
Are they like chihuahuas?
One is a little dog, actually adorable. One is an older dog, also adorable. But their owner is a total jerk. Because I was out walking one day, and the older dog walked up to me. He's just roaming the neighborhood. I think I've told this story on here. And I was like, "Where do you live? Let's try and find your home." And his owner came out and yelled at me and was like, "What are you doing with him?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know. What are you doing with him? He's out roaming the neighborhood.
It's like, how do I know it's your dog?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the ones out barking right now because the kids are playing basketball. That's what they're barking at.
Oh, so that's why he let them out, because he has to hear the basketball. So everyone's got to hear his dog.
Well, and they were probably barking inside, and he's like, "Take it outside." Annoy everyone, not just me.
Exactly. Yeah. But I'm the same as you. I get mad at the owners, not the dogs. There are no bad pets. There's bad pet owners. Like you make what you get. Like, you know.
Yeah, it's not the dog's fault.
Exactly. Like, Fish Nerd, I'm glad you had fun. Yeah. Oh, Rocket, I didn't say push the button. It must have cut out. I swear I said push the button. I did. Didn't I, JuJu? I was not saying.
I thought you did, but
I said push the button, not the butt. It must have cut out. Like, you know how YouTube does that sometimes, or StreamYards, it like will crackle cut out a word. But that would be funny if that's what I said, but I wasn't telling JuJu to push her butt. I was telling her to push the button so we could go forward on the game. You know, and Rocket Couch says he's got to go soon, people. So if you have bingo questions, let him know, because he's going to go join his pizza and vacation and get to the pool and have a great time.
He had during the trivia for Star Wars trivia, he had pineapple pizza.
I love pineapple pizza. Rock on, Rocket Couch. And I applaud your bravery for saying so, because that is like the biggest debate still everywhere. Like that causes like riot in the Discord. It causes it on Twitter. Anywhere we start with that stuff, with pineapple on pizza. I have people that say they really like me, but now they can't talk to me because I eat pineapple on pizza. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
That's Draw your line. Excessive, that's I feel like.
That's a strange line in the sand, though. Really, seriously. It's not like I'm making them eat pineapple on their pizza.
Right. Like, I don't like pineapple pizza, but you know how often I encounter it in my everyday life? Never.
Right.
I mean, we have the discussions in here. But also, if you ate one in front of me, it would not change my life at all.
And I don't think you ever threatened to block me, mute me, or never talk to me again because of it. Like, that I recall anyway. But anyway, people can be so weird. I mean, really, really weird.
And shouldn't they be excited? Because if you order a pizza together, you're not going to want any of theirs. Or, I mean, I would.
I actually made homemade pizza and only put like, mine is this half and yours is this half, and put their favorite stuff on there. You know, like nobody likes the same thing all the time. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's strange. There are some debates that go on. Like, I'm almost afraid to bring up the last one I saw on Twitter. It's probably going to start a riot.
Bring it up. Let's riot. I'm feeling zesty. I'm feeling spicy.
You know, well, the reason I hesitate, let me just put this little disclaimer firsthand and tell you why I hesitate to even bring it up, is because the whole thing missed the mark as far as starting a conversation that needed to happen. And it really got out of control. And both sides are valid in how they feel.
So this is a
on
real
Twitter.
conversation.
Yeah, it was a real conversation. It's about the meme they put out about a woman in the forest, you know, and would she rather if she had to choose between a grizzly bear that's, you know, a ferocious predator or a man, where would she feel like, you know, most comfortable? And women were saying the bear, and men were getting really upset and attacking and saying, you know, like that's misjudging men. And it is. It's like categorizing all men as being a threat to women.
I was just gonna say, do I get to see the man before I have to choose between the man or the bear?
Well, yeah. True, but
and do I get to see the bear?
Yeah.
Because like,
but the conversation meant that the violence that happens to women is routinely ignored, and that this is how culture is right now. This is how women feel unprotected and unsafe in certain situations. But to use a bear, which is a known predator that's gonna like actually kill you, you know, it was unfair. It was, but so were the comments. Some of the comments were, yeah, well, I if I was in those woods, that would be great because I would pick the woman just so I could have sex with her and nobody could hear her screaming.
oh,
Like
God.
that was like, these are the
See,
kind of comments.
and they wonder why women pick the bear. Like, stop being dumb, everyone.
True, but it was wrong the way it was set up. It was like a no-win situation. So it was meant to start a conversation about the numbers and about the unsafe environment and things like that. But it also characterized all men that way. And I know from personal experience, even though my life
is like, bye everybody. Like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Rocket couch.
But like, I understand like both sides of it. I understand why women feel threatened by a man, not all men, okay, but a lot of women don't walk around anywhere by themselves. You know, there's certain areas of our country you can't do that. Like, it's not like issues don't exist, but it's unfair to say that's all men, because it's not man's human nature to attack women like it is a grizzly bear. A grizzly bear is just going to kill you because that's what they do, and men are not like that. Okay,
there's a bear in this house and a man in this house.
Yeah, it was
going to walk into.
Exactly. It was totally unfair in, you know, the whole debate, you know. So I don't know if you guys still want to go into it, because it's really not fair on either side. Because to be able to say that women validly chose the bear would be incorrect, because it's not valid to discredit all men that way. It doesn't help the conversation when you decide that all men are evil. Like, that's stupid, right? Like, all men are not evil.
You know what animal they should have used? A snake.
Well, I would choose the man then. Because I know, like, you know, there's a 50-50 shot with the man, at least. There's not with a snake.
The thing is, you can't really vote because you're a bear. Bear's not going to attack you.
That's true. You know, I thought of you today, Claire, because I did learn that bear wrestling is illegal in the state in which I live.
No. Bear wrestling? Damn. There goes my Sunday night activities. Like, damn. That could get her. That's terrible. I can't wrestle anymore.
You can't wrestle. Not where I live.
All too bad.
Damn. I do like the head. I do like a good wrestle.
Hi, Sal.
The word wrestle means something totally different to me all of a sudden than what you mentioned.
You already know it means something different to you, Claire. It always means something different.
I don't know.
I had some wrestling today.
Hello, Sal. Happy Cinco de Mayo, ladies. Grab your sombreros and dance the dance of the hat. Absolutely. Yeah. I am drinking, but it is not a margarita. It is coffee. But I celebrate with you. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Now I want to drink.
Oh, my goodness.
And a sandwich.
Actually, a margarita sounds great. Hey, Gremlin, how are you? See, Grace, see what you did? But he sounds really happy. And I love when he sounds happy and he's doing his thing. He's great.
He's always
happy. I'm with Grace. I like to hear him when he's happy and doing his thing.
Get that off your mouth.
The stuff. Okay.
You know.
Okay, I'll get that off my mouth.
Yeah. Mark, you're so right. A lot of women were just to be confrontational. They were just to paint them in a bad light. And I just think it was bad. It was just bad all the way around. Like it was very unproductive. It was not a valid way to start the conversation, because even I, without knowing how bad it was going to get, was going to say, if you think there's not an issue, then you got to really look into this. Like, everybody's looking at it as like a joke, but there really is an issue here. But it's not exactly the one you think. There's two issues here. There is the unfair slandering of all men as all men on the planet, everyone, if you've got that chromosome, you're just bad. And then there's also the disregard to actually some things in some areas of what is happening to women in general, as if it's not that it's acceptable. They don't actually make it acceptable, but nothing's really being done about it. And then when they do try to do something about it, it's very slanted. Like when they made the women and children abuse laws and they left men out of it, it doesn't happen to them, which was horrible. I was so upset about that. How do they make it women and children as if men don't exist and it doesn't happen to them? Men get beat. Men get attacked. Men have horrible things happen to them too against their will. Just because they ain't talking about it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And that was very one-sided too. So they try to fix a one-sided problem by making another one-sided problem, which I don't understand. It's just narrow focus. But I should know better because it is the socials. So I really know that everybody out there has got an agenda and a narrative to sell, and they're only painting one side of the picture to make their story valid, I don't know. Well, anyway, that was interesting. I had a couple of good conversations about that.
And then you had this one.
Yeah.
And then I had this one, which is going nowhere because, I don't blame you guys. Nobody wants to talk about it. I don't blame you. It's the same question for men. Would you choose a woman or a fleshlight? Trouble as I can't do the dishes or cook. Okay, Mark.
I'm like, I do dishes. I did dishes all weekend.
No, I don't want. I gotta do the dishes. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, exactly, dirty Uncle Sal. They were getting very facetious about everything. You couldn't even answer without getting attacked. She said, why couldn't the responses just be accepted for what they were? Just recognize it's okay for people to have their own opinions. Why everyone's got to be pushy about their point of views. Exactly. It's you got to be with them their way or the highway.
We've talked about this before. I don't understand why people can't just be like, meh, and then move on to something they're interested in, or why do they have to be so abrasive? Where you're if you don't want to have a conversation about this, or if you're going to insult the person, just get out of here. Go find an area that makes you happy.
Exactly. Rocket Couch says also a lack of knowledge of just how dangerous bears can be, as evidenced by the throngs of tourists that get out of their cars to take pictures of wildlife on the side of the road. Exactly. Rocket Couch, I was schooled on that. We actually looked at the percentage of people that get mauled and killed because it was who are you more likely to be attacked by, a bear or a man? And everybody said the man more likely, but that's not true based on the number of bears that are in the world and the number of people that get attacked and the percentages of those people that get attacked. No, even though you say there's this many men that actually attack women, when you do the percentage compared to men and bears in the world, actually, it's not true. Bears are predominantly more vicious than a man. Okay.
Well, I'm around men every day, and the number of times I've been attacked is few. So
okay, and it is true, but there are statistics that say 133 women are killed every day by a partner or someone they know. Violent or suffer, really serious. How many
men are killed by the women?
Men are killed. A lot of men are killed. Men suffer violence. Okay.
Yeah. There's a whole show about it called Snapped.
Yes, and there are some crazy women, and they are, like I said, it just doesn't get talked about. So it was an opportunity to bring up a very valid discussion, and it just turned into a shit show. That's all. That's all. Because people would rather bash the opposite sex than have an open conversation. I'm not going to say that my life has not been free of violence or unwanted touching or suspicious behavior or being afraid to go into certain situations, because of course it has. I'm a woman of a certain age who grew up on the East Coast in the United States. I'd be a fool to think that everything's been rosy. And I would never put that out there, that everything's just perfect. I could never say I've not been approached with violence or suspicious behavior. But is that every man? Did that keep me from knowing that there are damn good men on this planet, and I know them and I've seen them in action, and they don't condone such behavior. I don't believe that it's normal for people to act like that, but one bad apple don't ruin everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can't deny it exists. It is part of my reality growing up as a woman. It is part of my reality. I have to see it for what it is. So I understand why some women jump on that, but to blame everybody, I mean, women hating, we hate that, all the way back to the little rascals with alfalfa's He-Man Woman Haters Club. Like, I was against that, but I'm also against the she woman man hating club too. Like, that's wrong. It's just wrong. It's just wrong.
I'm with you.
Yeah. I hear you, Sal. There's no gray areas allowed in conversation or discussion anymore about anything. It's frustrating being treated like I've done something so horrible to someone else just for thinking differently. I know, right? Like, I hear you, Sal. It's like you get judged to be the scourge of the earth just because you got a reasonable opinion. You don't want to put other people down for voicing theirs.
But don't you think that's half the fun in life, is like, you have a different opinion than me and then we discuss it? Like, because that expands your brain. It makes you think differently.
Yeah,
It makes you
reasonable discussion. Yes. What happened on Twitter? No.
Well, that's Twitter.
Yeah, but that's the scary thought. They thought they were having a valid discussion. That's what scared the piss out of me, to be honest, is that they actually thought they were discussing it while they were ridiculing and creaming and calling names and doing all this other stuff. It's just not right.
You said creamy?
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Never mind.
But the hyper focus is like so intense. Yes, godless. Hello, godless scummer, and I 100% agree with this. Twitter is where nuance goes to die. That is a hashtag and a half. And I so agree with you. And how are you doing there, Jeff? I hope you're doing good. Okay, have a good night, Rocky Couch.
Yeah. Did Rocky Couch really leave?
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably not.
I just always, I don't know. It warms me to think he's always there somewhere listening in the dark.
Aww, that's so sweet.
Mm.
You're not supposed to run in those. You're exactly what. Oh my god.
Why are you laughing?
Because you don't listen.
You're laughing because I don't.
Yeah. Wow, Grace, that's a valid point, because I said reasonable opinion. Like, now it appears that everybody is the arbitrator of reasonable, meaning if they disagree with me, it's not reasonable, but that's not what I meant. But I get your point. Like, that's valid, because I use the terminology that way. They could actually say that. People could actually say that, okay, yeah, you're saying you're reasonable and I'm not. And they would actually attack you on that. When that's not what I mean. I mean reasonable by just saying I'm not going to argue and be like, loud about it and point fingers or name call and everything. I'm just trying to look at the situation, But yeah, it depends on how, look at that. It depends on how you twist the word reasonable, right?
Yep.
That's valid. That's totally valid, Grace. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, and it just occurred to me, like, wow, zinger. Like, yeah, I get that. Wow. And that's probably what happens out there, just like that. Somebody uses one word and they go, woo. It just shows you how people are so hyper focused on being contrary, like of thinking something's happening to them or somebody's doing something.
That is interesting how everybody thinks everything's about them.
Well, that's a whole nother conversation, but yeah, I get it. Yeah, I do get that. I like something so minor that you don't mean anything by, and listen, if you want to make something out of something, and you can find it. Like you can find something to go at no matter what, like anything anybody says, like that comment that I just made, that could be twisted into I think I have the only reasonable opinion about something.
Yeah.
Which anybody who actually knows me know that's not the case. That's not exactly what I'm saying. That's not how I'm using the word, but it could be interpreted that way, and it could be it could be going back at you about it, and then you do what I do, and you just try to explain, and then they go, oh yeah, you're just backtracking, you're not standing behind your nastiness. Yeah. And I'm like, no, believe me, when I'm nasty, I'll stand behind it. Really. When I'm nasty, you're gonna know it. Like, I will stand behind it. Like, but I don't like to get say that I do something I don't actually do. It's not that I don't do stuff. Of course I do, just like everybody else. I'm human. I'll make mistakes. I could be cranky and mean and nasty, just like everybody else on occasion.
Yeah, I just yelled at strangers outside.
And slammed windows. Yes.
I'd like to announce that the dog has been quiet for 3 minutes, so I am starting to relax and engage in this conversation.
Well, actually, it's probably the neighbors thought the screaming, the slamming of the window sound more like you were getting ready to come over and do something about it. Yeah. And so they were like, "Oh, we better get this dog in the house." Like, that's been much. They've had
the dog started again. He's still out there.
Mark, I wonder, do you have the sound bite?
Spoke too soon.
Yeah. Oh.
The dog's like, you talking about me?
Here, it's all I can focus on when it's happening. It becomes all I can hear. Like noises like that. And then I can't do anything. Like, my brain just melts down. I don't know. I can't explain it. But then I'm just like, a dog is barking, a dog is barking, a dog is barking. I have to get out of here.
Exactly. Yeah. Sal says, having a rational, reasonable discussion between people with opposing opinions can be enlightening and useful. What's been happening is not that. I totally agree, Sal. Some of the best conversations I have are with a friend of mine from Hereticals. You may all know Chris. We are often on different sides politically and emotionally about many subjects. And yet we will have conversations about them on stream, reasonable. Opposing opinions. Clearly, we did about Elon Musk and Twitter. We do about Donald Trump. We do about politics in general. But we don't scream and yell at each other. We don't call each other names or make each other look like fools. We listen to each other, and both of us have gathered more information from the other and actually cultivated our opinions with it. And that's what it's all about, growing and learning, about nobody knows everything, nobody's opinion about anything is 100% right. It's just opinion. It's like assholes. Everybody has one, right? Doesn't mean we all need to show it out there in public and scream about it all the time, but that's all I'm saying. It just gets to be crazy. Yeah, it's on the internet. It's forever. Yeah, I know. You guys are going to clip it. Okay, here's a question for you. Mark's got one for you. Ready, JuJu? What's better, a dog barking or a raccoon begging? Which would you prefer?
A raccoon begging every day of the week. But listen, I do have a raccoon update.
Okay.
Well, the The raccoons have clearly turned on me.
Oh.
Because there was a dead bird on my deck. So I left it there because who's going to clean that up? The raccoons and the possum, right?
Well, maybe.
But they do. Yeah. That's what they do. They come through and they clean up garbage, little carcasses, dead mice and whatnot. And no one came and got that bird. In fact, as of today, I've become convinced those raccoons placed that bird there as a warning.
Mr. C, can we flash back? It's just anybody clip where JuJu said it's amazing how people think everything's about it. Send it to the raccoon, please. So you think the raccoon went out of its way to place somebody else's dead bird on your porch?
It's right by my back door. And when I walked out, I'm like, oh, no big deal. Like,
okay,
yard critters will get that. And they have not gotten it.
Could it be that, like, the bird, since it is right by your back door, just like lost its sense and ran into the glass door and knocked itself out and died?
Yeah, I mean, that is most likely what occurred. but
it's absolutely, it is more entertaining.
One who lives in my yard came and got it and cleaned it up. They're leaving the mess for me.
Wait, I call BS here, JuJu. I'm sorry. You told us last week that the raccoons moved out. That nobody lives in your backyard anymore. They already excommunicated you and moved down the road to the neighbor's house.
I do think they live at the neighbor who feeds them. But this is a prime example of why you don't feed them, because now there's a dead bird out there, and who has to pick it up? Me.
Yes.
And that's,
damn raccoons not doing what their intended nature calling and cleaning up the dead bird.
Plus, they don't tell you when you're a child how many dead animals you have to deal with as an adult.
It's a good thing they don't. Who terrifies a child like that? Going, I'm sorry, Skippy. One day you're going to flush your goldfish. And after that, there's going to be a lizard that dies. And your parents are going to go to the pet store and replace that same lizard 10 times, not wanting you to know that they all died.
My parents were not replacers. Yes. They'd be like, well, death occurred.
Oh, my gosh.
It's time for you to learn about it.
Oh, no. Gosh, it's a good thing we don't tell children. How, you know what? That is even a bigger conversation, not even just about children. At my age, this is a thought that I have. Like, I am so glad I didn't know what it would be like to be on a planet without my parents and without family and to go through all those deaths. Like, if you had told me when I was younger, I'd have a much different life. Like, who would want to, So we shouldn't tell them. Don't tell them about the dying pets. Don't talk to them about death until you need to. It's just not fair to take childhood away like that. It's just not.
Well, when I was little, my mom killed a cat in the dryer.
What?
By accident.
It was an accident. Okay.
Totally.
You should have led with the accident part. Like, my head almost fell off.
I'm like, well, this is how my mom kept us in line. She just opened the dryer door and we're like, we'll behave.
Oh, God. You know what? We used to always try to get in the dryer, like playing, like that would be a hiding spot. And my mom would freak out. And I don't blame her because, the door's shut or whatever. The accidents and stuff.
Yeah, we had a deep freeze and my mom used to freak out about it.
Yeah, refrigerators.
Kids, lean over in there.
That's horrible. We had an abandoned lot at the end of my street where I was growing up, and there was a field on it, and somebody had put an old refrigerator chest out there that wasn't working, and it still had the door on it. And a kid got stuck in there. Did he win? Yeah.
That was an episode of Punky Brewster. Remember when Cherry got stuck in
the
refrigerator?
Yeah, and so that's why now when you dispose of large appliances like that, you have to take the door off. I don't blame them. Well, what?
They're talking about eating spiders.
Okay, is it a spider? Because all I saw is it's easier to eat them when they're awake, and I went, what? all day today, I've been shaking my head so much all weekend on the socials. I swear my head's gonna fall off just from the shaking, back and forth. Like, I can't believe what I'm reading. Well,
how many spiders do you think you've eaten while you were asleep?
I know. I told you the other day I swallowed one. Like, when I was sleeping, I woke up coughing. I spit it out, and it was a spider.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I freaked out. I was like, I had the creeps all day about that. You don't want to know how many times I gargled and how many times I brushed my teeth. It was bad.
Did you feel it moving inside your mouth? Is that what?
No, I may have subconsciously, like, I woke up with that tickle cough, and it could have been the tickle of that in my throat, and I just woke up coughing and spit it out.
And then you looked at your hand and you're like, dear Lord,
no,
there was a spider there.
Thank God I grabbed a tissue and that wet spider wasn't on my hand. And then I was like freaked out. But the first thing I did was squish that tissue, by the way. I wasn't letting it get back out and fight back.
Did you squish it and then flush it down the toilet?
You know me so well.
Like, because you can't just throw it in the trash, because what if it wasn't an adequate squish? Then it comes out.
That's the other step you miss. You have to actually open up the tissue to make sure you see blood and guts. Okay. And then you close the tissue up again and you go and flush it down the toilet. Yes, that is the proper procedure for all things. Bugs in general that invade my space. That is what you get. Especially stink bugs, although they don't get squished because they put out an odor that calls all the other stink bugs to come get you. I swear it's true.
So
it
do
is
bees.
so true.
If you kill a bee, and the other bees are alerted, and they're like, we're on it.
I don't squish the stink bugs, but I have to warn you, you got to weigh those suckers down because they come back up out of the toilet. I've seen it myself.
How do you weigh them down? You put fingernail polish on them?
Nope. I twist the tissue, right? So they can't get out of the tissue. And then I put another tissue
pebbles in there with him.
No, I put another tissue around it.
Dip them in concrete. And
I make the tissue heavier so that the more weight on the water holds him down until he really drowns. Because apparently they can breathe underwater for a little while. Because it came back up out of my toilet. I watched it happen and I freaked out. I was like, not today, Satan, get back down there.
That's terrible. Then were you nervous every time you sat down on that toilet for a while? Were you like?
Well, I was until I got it with the bathroom cleaner and poked it back down there with the plunger and I sprayed it with the Lysol. I did everything. It was finally not coming back up. Like, I kept flushing to make sure. Too.
I wonder what that encounter sounded like on the outside of that bathroom door. People are like, what's happening in there?
That would be a clip and a half. Like, I think that I want to see a channel. Somebody find me the channel who actually does that. Sounds from behind the bathroom door. And it's just like you have to figure out what's going on.
What they're doing, because it's never what you think.
It's not what you think. It's not. It's not anywhere near as fun or exciting as you would think from what's going on. I think that would be great. Like, one of y'all go, if that channel doesn't exist, there's a great idea. Somebody go start that channel. I will be an avid watcher every day.
It'd be real hard to record all those though.
Yeah,
it'd just be a lot of
you knock on your neighbor's door and you say, listen, I got this new YouTube channel. Do you mind if I just hang out and record whatever happens in your bathroom for a day or two?
Although I will tell you a crazy bathroom story.
You would get arrested. Like, people would be like, okay, there you go. She's weird.
Well, okay, I was at my mom's house one time and I was taking a shower. So I'm in her little, like, it's the standard second bathroom everyone has, right? Like sink, toilet, tub, not big, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in there getting ready to take a shower, turn on the water, take off my clothes, and I'm leaning to feel the water to make sure it's like good temp to get in. And out of the corner of my eye, I see something fall off the bathroom sink onto the floor. Mm-hmm. Not thinking, there was nothing on the counter. So I'm feeling the water, but leaning down to pick up whatever fell. And when I turn and look, there's a lizard, a skink.
Oh.
Sitting on the ground.
they're pretty quick too, skinks. Like they're fast.
Yeah, but I screamed because I don't know what I was thinking fell out, like a brush or a comb or whatever. But it was a skink.
Definitely not a lizard. Like I would not think a lizard would fall out. Yeah.
No, and I screamed that terrifying woman scream that's like high pitched, and you can tell that like
you mean the one that makes everyone in the vicinity like second guess whether they should come help you because
yes.
their ears are still bleeding. The ears are still bleeding, and the dogs and the people in the neighborhood are all just like, "Should we go?"
Well,
like, what if she screams again? Ouch.
Well, I like stood up and like flung myself against the wall, and that poor skink whose face I'm screaming in, his little eyeballs like were popping out of his head. He's like, I don't know what happened, but now I'm dealing with this.
Like, point, like I never looked at it from the poor skink's point of view. Huge, monstrous creature in front of him, screaming a blood-curdling scream. And if he has ears, they're bleeding right now, and his eyeballs are popping out. And he's like, "What? Hey, do you think it was fun? You just shook me out of there, and I fell all the way down here. I'm not yelling." Like, calm your shit. Like, I can just see the skink just like, calm your shit down, woman. Like, you just fall. Just fall 50 feet.
I know. He's like, I was still checking if I was okay from the fall.
Like,
now I got this banshee in my face.
And now I got to deal with you? Like, damn, could this day get any worse? Like, poor skink.
I can still picture his little eyes were like, just popping out of his head.
Never thought of that like before. Like what it would like be like for these, like the spider too. I'm sure the spider like did not appreciate me like swallowing the spider. Like it was just coming down. You know, they come down from the ceiling on their threads. Like right now it's like spider season in my house. There's like egg, there's hatchings and stuff. You just can't, no matter how much you vacuum and dust.
Moist. They go in there because the moisture.
It is, and it's that time of year. And like I just can't keep on top of it. No matter what you do with cleaning, there's going to be spiders. Like it's just gonna happen. And well, they like my room. Apparently, it's the right temperature. I don't know. Oh, and I got to put up. She'll has a comment for you here, JuJu. Mocking media is probably side-eyeing JuJu. Think it is suspicious. Birds of a feather stick together. Oh, you mean about the bird on the porch? Yeah. I think we might have to investigate what actually happened to that bird.
I'm pretty sure it flew into my house.
I'm pretty sure this whole raccoon thing is a cover story. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted the raccoons or the possums to pick it up. I don't think that's too much to ask.
I don't know, but hey, Native, it's nice to see you. It's been a while. You haven't lived until you tried grilled tarantula. Oh, I could live without it.
No.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
In my mind, if you put a tarantula on a grill, it explodes.
I think so. It's so damn hairy. It would definitely catch on fire. Wouldn't it?
Would catch on fire. But wouldn't all the moisture inside it just make it pop?
Wait, and I have questions, Native Atheist. How do you prep a tarantula for grilling? Like, do you marinate it?
I don't think we need to.
Do you pluck all the little hairs off its body and legs?
You baste it?
Do you deleg it? Do you just grill the body, or do you like? Yeah, I have questions.
You batter it.
Actually, I don't. I really don't want to know. Actually, it's pretty gross. Actually, I don't want to think about it because, like, oh yay. Oh, hello, Grace.
This is like back too soon. They're still on it.
We're still. Did you want us to? I know. I just got back on the start. Okay. When the stink bug came out of your toilet, do you think it was thinking, "Oh, I've just got more stinky"? I'm sure it did. How could a stink bug get more stinky? And they really do have an obnoxious smell.
They do.
Absolutely. Yeah. But they're very clever, and there's no predators, nothing eats them in my area, so they don't have any natural predators. I do not feel bad. They are not one, JuJu, that I put in a cup and let free outside. I actually feel I'm doing my job by getting rid of them permanently because they have no natural enemies and they are taking over everything.
You know why they don't? Because even my cat wouldn't attack stink bugs because he did it once and then was like, "Those are disgusting."
Well, can you say, like, you see the way they smell? Imagine how they taste. Ain't nothing going to eat those things, man. Ugh.
And see, a wasp stung him one time, and he still went back and went after wasps. But stink bugs, no, he let him be.
Hmm.
So that's a powerful deterrent.
I like the way Sal thinks. Like when we were talking about the bug squishing, she says, "If there's no crunch, did you really squish? I mean, did you really do a good job? Like really? Yeah, exactly. Like you got to look. Yeah,
dude, squishing bugs is so gross. I don't like it.
Oh, I didn't think of that. I will use bleach next time, Sal, because that definitely would hurt the stink bug, I think. And I use bleach a lot, like to clean the toilet
cup
anyway.
of bleach? That's a lot of bleach.
It's a stink bug, JuJu.
Well, it's not like you don't need a cup of bleach.
True. And I do put bleach tabs in the back of the tank, though. So, like, there is bleach in the water that it flushes.
Are you allowed to do that? Is that okay with your toilet manufacturer?
That's a good question.
You know, JuJu, I never called them to ask. God, I hope the toilet police don't get me.
I guess we'll find out.
For inappropriate use of bleach in the bathroom. Oh my God.
I'm just saying that could wear down the toilet.
God, I'm such a rebel. I am such a rebel. Look at that.
I don't know why I phrased it that way.
Listen, as long as it's okay with my brother and my nephew and everybody, everything. Thank you, Record. Like, thank you very much. How lovely is that?
One time, you're not supposed to put stuff in the toilet tank.
Yeah. No, some of them you're not. And as long as my brother says it doesn't interfere with like a flapper or any of the components, then it's okay. So if my brother and the people that work on my plumbing said it was okay, I'm good with that. Yeah. Oh!
Well, Mrs. C is so not okay with it, she left.
The acronym for toilet police is TP. Yeah. Hey, Wrecker, how'd your stream go? You listening? Yeah. We're only an hour in. You can take a link. You know how to get here if you want to be part of the obnoxious crew tonight. We just I don't know what's wrong with us, but I can imagine I'm going to get a lot of feedback about tonight.
I know.
Yeah, sorry about that. It just closed on me. I don't know where.
Oh no, you're okay. You're okay. We just figured you had to do something. You had to do something.
Oh no, it closed on me.
Or the old StreamYard boots you without your.
Yeah.
Carolyn
it was
says
actually it was actually the browser that decided to up and close on me.
What browser are you using? Chrome?
Yep.
Oh, I am too. Yeah. Like Carolyn says, you can only do upper duckers in the top of the toilet. Yeah. Upper deckers. Okay, upper deckers, she said. Not duckers. I know. Remember, my husband works for a company that makes and supplies toilets. I'll have to do some calls to the toilet police. Okay, just don't mention my name, just in case I'm invited. Do not mention my name. And Wrecker, you're welcome to come rant. Everybody loves when you come and rant. They miss you on What the A. You're welcome.
Heck yeah, do a rant. I love a good rant.
I think they miss you, especially Mrs. C. She asks about you all the time. Like, come on in and keep her company if you want. Well, I know you had a long day too with you streaming, so it's up to you. But if you all in the chat want to see him come up here, go ahead and pressure the hell out of him.
Yeah, people respond well to that.
I'm not going to do it, but you guys go ahead. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
I like that we went from talking about social media and discussions to flushing things down the toilet.
Well, to be honest, if he heard the bear conversation, that might be what he's going to rant about. Because we did have a very long conversation about that, and it was about the statistics and stuff. And I did get educated on the statistics about bear maulings and the percentage of bears in the world compared to and I get it. Change your name. Wait. Okay.
It's been a while.
Hold on. I got it.
And please don't rant about eating spiders.
No, you can rant about anything you want. Actually, It just
I got it. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Wrecker.
I changed it.
Hi.
Yeah, I changed the name for you there.
I got
Oh,
it. Yeah.
not Boo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Boo. No, I can't stop that. Like I call you Boo too. I call JuJu Boo. I call everybody Boo. Are you offended, Wrecker, if I call you Boo on stream?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
That's good, because I don't know if I could stop. Like, 'cause I call everybody that. Like, it'd be hard. But I would try. I try. So, what do you want to rant about?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So, who here plays some games? Who plays, some online games? Claire's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about pretty much right away. But so
Wait,
there's this
maybe
new
not
game.
though. Wait, which game?
There's
Are we
this-
talking Helldivers or Lies of P?
Yes.
Which one? Helldivers?
There's a new game called Helldivers, and
Okay.
it came out, and it has every single thing going for it. I kid you not. It took the worst genre, which is live updating games. I can't remember what they're called exactly. Live basically they update the game live. Everything happens live. And
play with
normally
more
it
while
goes
you're
down.
playing it, they're updating it.
Yep. Yeah.
Live service. That's it. Yeah, they can essentially update it live, and they actually did that once, and some guy had a massive, I think it was a robot, come down in his level and just take him to town. But anyway, yeah.
But it would be so mad. You're like, what happened?
Yeah, he was just minding his own business, and then basically Iron Giant came along and was like, nah mate, you ain't going nowhere, you're just gonna lay there and die. I think he had a Kiwi accent too.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, that's a game that you could play with others online at the same
Yes.
time. It was really cool. It is new.
Yes.
And it was all about liberty and democracy. There was some great rants and
Absolutely.
stuff going on.
It's all about democracy, the greatest
Yeah.
thing in the world.
It looked
Democracy.
fun. The one day that you got to play it, that it was really, really good. But what happened? Because like you were doing it and it was great, and then all of a sudden, nope.
Oh, okay. So here's what's happened. Basically, Helldivers, as I said, they had everything going for them. They took live service, which is generally a shithole. It's a flaming pile of junk. Nothing good ever comes of live service, and made it good. They have literally pretty much created a money printer. And so everything was going fine at the beginning, and then they proceeded to make people have to sign in not just to Steam, which is the local the local launcher for the game, but also Sony. And here's the kicker. Some people in other countries, like for instance Ukraine, can now no longer play Helldivers unless they purchase a PS5.
Oh no.
No.
So they literally took a $50 game and have ransomed it for $500.
Holy crap. And plus you have to make a separate account when you're already
And
first of all, they sell it through Steam. I know that's how you can buy the game, through the platform.
yep.
And they're making you actually create a separate login through their own, even though you're already on Steam, have purchased
Yes.
the product through Steam and can play it through Steam with a verified
Yes.
account of your own that
Yes.
says who you are. Now they want you to create another one so they can like take that information and do what with?
Wait, good job,
his-
Wrecker, because I'm getting riled up with you. That
Right? Like,
Here's
that's
the thing.
That's bullshit, right?
It gets worse, because the reason that they gave us was that it's for our own protection, so they can ban people who are
live.
who
Alive.
who are cheating and stuff like that. However, they already have that ability through Steam.
They do, and they
Not
have
just-
an agreement with Steam because they're offering their product through Steam. It's so
Yes.
double standard. Like, that's just wow. I wonder if Steam is looking at them side-eyed too. Like,
No.
dude,
Well, Steam has apparently been offering refunds to people even if they've gone over like the
well, that
the
says a
2-hour
lot.
mark.
Steam has to
That
be
says
ticked
a
off
lot.
too.
That means
But-
that Steam doesn't agree with what they're doing, and they're
Yeah.
making Steam look bad by doing it. And they have an arrangement with Steam. Sony and Steam have to have an arrangement for them to sell their product, and then they go and do this bullshit. Like,
Yep.
I'm glad Steam is offering refunds because that just shows you where they stand on it. That it's bullshit. What they're doing is bullshit.
I know, but it's not fair to Steam.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
No,
not.
But I give them credit for for having the integrity to say that's
Yes.
not right, and we're not going to make money on it. Here's your money back. Yeah.
there's one little issue though. I went to go for the refund and it was declined.
What?
Why?
Apparently, in the last 24 or 12 hours, they reversed the refund policy.
Because everybody was like, "Give me my
But
money back." Then
it hit that mark. Like, they probably put a 2 million mark on it or something, and it hit it. And they were like, "Okay, we're out. Like, that's it. That's all
Yep.
we're gonna lose on this." Wow. I'm sorry
Yep.
you're not going to get your money back though. I know some people did. I know a lot of people are commenting that I saw like Moist Critical Charlie Penguin Zero he did something on it just recently. No Ordinary Gamer, those are the only ones from the gaming commentary that Osmond, of course, but everybody was saying stuff about it. But I didn't hear it from them. I heard from you. You were the first one to tell me. But I was shocked you weren't playing it today. I was surprised. I really was. Because you had so much fun with it the day before that.
I did. Democracy was beautiful. It was so liberating. You know what
Be
was
honest.
so amazing?
Be honest, you just liked blowing those bugs apart.
No,
Like, we
no,
were killing
I love
bugs.
the democracy.
Yes, we were killing bugs.
I love the democratically elected bullets that go flying and accidentally kill my teammates.
Oh, that was you did kill quite a few people with friendly fire with bug guts. JuJu, the bugs are gigantic, like gigantic big bugs. Like
what was the movie? Starship Trooper?
Yeah, those kind of bugs. Yeah.
Imagine Starship Trooper, but it's a game. And it is just as messy.
And when he played it, if you want to go check out his Kick channel, like, because I'm sure it's recorded, he played it and he did all the democracy stuff with his own version of an American accent. It's worth it to watch just for that. It was funny as
I'm
hell.
so sad I missed that.
He doesn't even realize he did it. You got to go listen and see if you agree with me, JuJu. He was doing his best American impersonation. He's like, for the liberty, and he's like, democracy, and he was like doing it with all. There was no Kiwi in it at all. Like, his accent was gone. He was just. I was like, damn.
I'm sorry, but like, I hear democracy, and all I see is flying eagles. A flag waving in the wind.
Yeah,
and
you just want to pledge allegiance to it.
$700 million worth of military strolling down the road firing guns.
Yes. And then he turned around and shot his teammate.
Well, that's very hello democracy. That's what we do.
Exactly.
It's like, I'm free to not aim my gun properly whenever I want. Okay, there we go. Yeah. No, I'm laughing about that, but like, no, you were having a good time. So, Cass, had you heard about that game or any of that? Because I know you game a bit yourself.
I have not.
Well, now you don't want to play it. It's too like, right? It's like not going to be around. I don't think, if that's the attitude. And also, like, isn't Sunny one of the most hacked platforms out there in gaming as it is?
Yeah, Sony. That's the other thing that I was going to say. For them trying to say that it's for our protection is an absolute spit in the face, because they have had so many data breaches, it's not even funny.
Mark's got a question for you. Do you think that might have been the plan with Sony to facilitate the sales of PlayStation 5s? Maybe.
I don't necessarily think so.
I was like, that's a terrible plan, though.
Yeah, because like,
because you're gonna tick off more people, I would think, than.
Well, gamers are already having issues with games with games now becoming like $70 each, or going up in price in general, and the quality not improving with it.
Or you spend $100 a game, go in there and find out you got to buy all this stuff to be able to do anything.
Yeah, and then you've got games that have more microtransactions than a goddamn hospital.
And those are the things you buy to do stuff, right? Like,
Well, that's like all the streaming services do that too.
Yeah,
you know, and even now when you pay for like ad free, they're like, "Well, this has ads though," and I'm like, "But I pay for ad free."
Watch with ads.
Yep.
Oh no, you still get ads when you've joined our membership. In fact, nothing changes.
No, I have
money now.
I have premium and I have premium and I still get ads when I watch stuff. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Fishner said that the bugs were too big to eat in one sitting. Definitely, like they were definitely too big to eat in one sitting. Like, and they looked like they were hard. They looked crabbish. They looked like they have crustacean shells.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god! I know. We say like poor Grace went running out of the chat because people were eating spiders. Like, I'm with her though. Like, yeah.
Talking about tarantulas. Ugh. Why?
Oh, there's a few tarantula-like things in there. It's real sticky.
There were. Well,
there's bodily fluids everywhere.
Oh my goodness!
It's hot and
it's
sweaty.
And the bugs can light you. Like, they try to burn the bugs up from the sky, like to get rid of them, and so they accidentally light all of your team members on fire too. Like, if you get
those are the fire tornadoes that just randomly come down and just eat you alive.
Yeah, so I saw you get caught on fire a few times, and they make JuJu. They make it realistic screaming when they're burning alive too. It's really gross.
Does it when you're playing? Would people be like, you know what we need in here? A power washer to clean up all the mess.
Yeah, it did. You know what? It would. Remember when we were watching them play Lies of Peas, and we were talking about that, right?
Yeah.
No, on this planet, it's all dusty and dirty, and it just stays that way. Like, it just stays like gross.
I would love to see a power washer mod in Helldivers. That would be amazing.
That would be a good upgrade. A great micro transaction. Buy the power washer. I know I would. I would buy that power washer.
I would too. That's what I'd be like. My favorite part is when I get to clean up after. Like,
exactly. I'm so glad that you came up to rant about that instead of the other thing we were talking about before, which was the bear conversation we had about the Twitter.
The bear what?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Huh?
Nope. We're back to streaming services and games ripping us off.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I need to go back in this stream.
I know. No, like, you can watch it later, but it's a good conversation about where I ended up at the end. It's not about the beginning of the conversation. It's about the whole thing that happened on Twitter being unfair to both sides, and how the valid conversation didn't really get had because of the way people acted. And the ignoring of the
conversation. That is totally not what I heard.
Okay, and then I actually gave you credit for, giving me the statistics about bears in their real predator nature and all of that, and how it was an unfair comparison. Yeah, so you can go back. You're not going to be like, no, you're not going to get it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. But like JuJu said, it would have been better if they said snake. Like,
I do think a snake is a better, because people. I mean, who's really afraid of bears? Because you don't really encounter bears,
Exactly. So it's an unfair comparison, totally, right?
Yeah, and then snakes, like, people are unreasonably afraid of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know about unreasonably, because they are slinky and sneaky, and they can and they're very quick. And the poisonous ones, one bite, you're gone. Like
venomous. But but snakes like don't want to interact with you. I mean, I dare say bears don't really either. But
they will eat you.
They'll eat you. But like snakes, they just want to do their snaky thing. I'm like defending them. Like they just want to be out there eating mice in the yard. But
they just want to chill and look like a long noodle.
Exactly. They're like, you know what? I just want to relax in the sun for a bit.
And there are good snakes. There's garden snakes, and snakes do have a purpose, and they do stuff like this good. Depending on the area that you're in, like they have a purpose.
Yeah, we had like a family of black snakes that lived in our neighborhood.
The gardeners around where I live are green, like a light green, kind of, bright like the grass, or black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty. I mean, I don't want them near me or on me, around me.
We've had pet snakes in the house,
What? I would not let you bring a snake into my house. I would not. How did you sleep with that in your house? Did it worry you? Did you have anxiety? Did you dream about it?
Nope. My sister did though. My sister still has nightmares about it because when her significant other brought a big boa home and it got out of its cage and they never found it. No. She literally didn't sleep really well until they moved. And then she was even afraid that she was going to, when she was packing, find it and it was going to be packed in the stuff. Like she wouldn't bring any boxes that she hadn't gone through, like outside completely into the house.
If a snake went missing in my house, I would go missing. I would leave. And I would never go back there. I'd be like, I will not go back until you show me.
Burn the house.
Yep.
The only time I ever saw like the snake like get out and then we found it again, it was sitting on top of the refrigerator just looking.
Oh my God.
It was just looking at everybody.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Sometimes I have dreams that there's a snake in my bed, like underneath the sheets.
Why?
Damn. You see, not me. That snake didn't worry me. That snake. There were so many other things to worry about. That snake never hurt anybody. It doesn't bite.
Most of them don't. Most of them don't do anything. But I still don't like them. Tubular animals. No, thank you.
I still have the picture of the skink in my mind, looking up at you like, "What the hell are you screaming about?" I'm the one that hit my head down here. I just can't get that out of my head.
You know what I did to that skink though? I went out of the bathroom and I got my mom's cat and threw it in there.
Oh my goodness!
And I think the cat was like, "What the hell are you doing?" Like it was an indoor cat. It was just like, "Why did you throw me in the bathroom and slam the door?"
Yeah. Carolyn says there have been some cute snakes my ex kept and some very pissy ones. I guess it depends on the snake, like anything. Just like with mice, like, there's nice ones and then there's like not so nice ones,
Okay, well, mice I'm also not afraid of, but once they get in my house, I don't like them. And I scream when I see them. I'm not proud of that, but I scream like a lunatic.
You and my sister have this in common. I'm sorry to be giggling, but she makes me giggle too. When she gets so upset or if she sees something like that, she starts screaming and carrying on. I got to send somebody down there to get it. She don't want to touch it. Like,
I mean, I calm down after the initial like shriek. Then I'm like, all right, pull yourself together. Mousy. She will unalive a mouse real quick.
I've actually never touched a snake before. I've seen them behind glass, but we don't have snakes in New Zealand. Well, actually, we kind of do, but not really.
What does that mean? What's kind of?
There's a sea snake that comes down and sort of like chills at the very tip of the North Island, which is like the top of the country. But they don't really do anything other than just like chill.
Like catch their breath for a minute. They're like, "Ooh."
Yeah, and then they just go away. But it's incredibly rare still.
We have a lot of them here. We have a fair every July, And I get to take the grand boys, and they get to actually hold like so many different kind of snakes. Like there's like 100 different varieties of snakes there, all beautiful colors and everything. And then some of the owners will take them out and let people hold them or pet them or learn about them. And they're not slimy. They're actually quite dry, most of them. Smooth. Some of them feel silky. Some of them feel a little rough. Like they're all like different. And they make great boots. They ain't nothing better than a pair of snakeskin boots, man. They're hot. I got nothing.
I'll have to remember that.
No, Mark, you're right. I would not go petting snakes in Australia because here's the thing, Mark. When it comes to Australia, this I have learned. Everything in Australia is out to kill you. Don't touch anything. Do not touch anything. You got to check the bathroom for huntsman spiders, like kangaroos, red kangaroos would throw themselves in front of your car and murderize you through the window. Like it's not cool. Like it's not cool. Like it sounds like the wild, wild west, only modern days over there. Like I just have this picture of it being so dangerous. Like I wouldn't touch anything in Australia. I'm serious. I'm serious. Wouldn't. Nope. Nope. And the drop bears. I've been terrorized by drop bears since my first day on YouTube. You know that, Mark, right? Yeah.
So all the snakes from New Zealand went to Australia and they're really angry about it.
Like, pretty much.
Mark's like, oh, come on. I get home alive most days. Like, I'm just saying, I would be a little more cautious, I guess. Like, because, you know.
Now, you're physically alive. Are you mentally alive, though, Mark?
Yes, after running the gamut to get home safely. Yes.
That's the real question.
I don't know. Yeah.
Mark, what's the scariest encounter you've had with a critter?
Yeah.
I don't even know what mine is.
Drop bears are the last thing you'll ever see.
Yeah. I ain't falling for it, Mark. I'm not. They almost got me the first time. It's not happening. Yes, they did. You lose a war to the emus. I mean, even
That's
the
such
emus,
a good story.
Australian emus are like the toughest thing on the planet. I hear you, godless. Like, absolutely, it's a dangerous country. I give you all credit. They survived there on a daily basis. Yeah, the toughest of the tough.
What's the bird that's like an emu but real mean?
The ostrich?
I think I know what you're talking about.
No, it's like a capizon or something like that.
Yeah, a capybara.
No, that's the
No,
rodent one. Oh gosh, I know what you're talking about. It's a oh gosh, oh my god.
They almost look like dinosaurs. They're like
it's a it's a cassowary.
Oh, cassowary.
That's what it is.
cassowary.
Cassowary, that's it.
Cassowary, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's like prehistoric. Thank you, Godless. He spelt it right and everything in the chat. Good job. Good job there, Scummer.
We're like, we got there eventually. I knew the beginning sound of the word.
Mm-hmm.
But those are terrifying.
Mark has answered your question. The scariest thing I've ever seen, I used to be a driller in the gold fields, and I've seen some pretty interesting snakes, but nothing that was after me. But they scared you? Like the quantity of them or the size? Like,
well, sometimes snakes just scare you because you don't expect it. Like, where I grew up was real woodsy, so you had to go pick up all the sticks out of the yard before you would mow it. And sometimes you would think you were picking up a stick, but it was a snake. And that always, like, really startled you.
Yeah.
I could see why that would startle you.
Yeah, see, Mark's just not afraid of any of the wildlife there. I see, because I tell you, Australians, they're tough. This is the condition.
I know. You know what that made? I'm like, all right. I would like Mark by my side.
Like, if I ever come to Australia, you're going to have to be my guide, Mark, because, like, I'm not walking around there without being really, really nervous.
Exactly. And we'll come up with a code when I lose my mind and hysterical scream.
I mean, I
calm back down quickly.
Okay, but your ears will bleed. Please, you're going to need some protection. I will send her with those little things that the construction workers plug in their ears. Those little orange things, the earplugs, like to save your eardrums. Well, but I did read I didn't read about these. Somebody actually told me this, and I didn't believe it, so I had to go research. But that it gets so hot in Australia that they're wearing the flip flops because the road work and the road tire, it melts, like it stick to your feet. Like you bring
Yep.
tar all over the place into your house and everything. I'm like, really, that hot? Like, why don't they make the road out of something else if they know the temperatures get that hot? It's gonna melt it. Like, it don't make any sense. But can you imagine if your flip flops stuck to the road, JuJu, while you were walking across the street?
That seems terrible.
It seems like the weather, the animals, everything's out to get you in Australia. I'm just saying, it's rough. It's rough country. Like it is. When it's hot and dry, it's hot and dry. Like it is the definition of those words. Like seriously. And then when it's rainy, it's rainy. And then there's New Zealand, which is like the also very hot and windy and rainy, but has all that lushness because of the being on a volcano that could go at any time. And
Yeah.
it's also
New Zealand will just burn you.
yeah, I know it's also very dangerous sounding, but it's also a beautiful country, so it's all surrounded by this beautiful lushness that so you don't think about that damn big volcano there that could just swallow the whole island in a second.
Oh no, that's the lack of a ozone layer is what does it.
Well, yeah,
That's where the
just
hole
go
in the
ghost.
ozone is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like the rays.
We pretty much have we pretty much have the entire hole right over the top of us. It's great. It can be only like 20 degrees or what, like 50, 40 degrees here, and you'll still get burnt within 3 minutes.
That's like I know you told me I can't even go in the shade in summer. Like I gotta stay away. I have to stay indoors. If I was in New Zealand, I would just fry.
Yeah, same here.
Yep.
Oh, Godless has a nice fact. The first camel that was ever brought into Australia actually shot its owner. Even the imported wildlife is trying.
How? Huh?
Okay. All right, Jeff, you're going to have to back that one up. Send me the article.
We need to break this one down.
That was phenomenal the way he phrased it.
Oh my God. I was like, hey, Mippy, anything with eight legs, don't come in my house. You're right there with most of the chat, Mippy. Like people were running out of the chat because of those spiders. It's
See,
terrible.
spiders don't bother me, but snakes, yes.
All right, okay. So the deadliest thing that Mark ever saw was a blue ring octopus at Rottnest Island. Now
Those things are gnarly.
they are the only really dangerous octopus that there is, right? Because most of them are just like they're so adorable. I mean, I love octopi. They're so cute.
Don't you think octopus? They impress me.
They're intelligent and smart, and they're graceful how they move, and they're the way they figure things out. Like, yeah.
Have
I
you
think they're,
guys watched that documentary, My Octopus
Oh!
Teacher?
yes, yes, I loved it. Did I make you watch that, Rick? I think I did. You said I make everybody watch it. Like, I loved it.
It's so good,
beautiful.
everyone. Watch it.
It's about a man follows the life of an octopus. He meets an octopus, and he follows the life of this octopus every single day for like
I
a
thought
year.
you were gonna say he falls in love with the octopus. I was like, oh my
Well,
god.
He
what
does
kind of
fall
stuff
in
you
love
guys-
with the octopus.
Well, you
That's
know
a
what,
spoiler
Lisa?
for you.
See, I have to tell you, I fell in love with the octopus too.
I did too.
Okay.
And I cried
know,
when
and
it
I'm-
died, and I cried
did
when it was
too.
missing, and I was like,
Oh,
you know,
when he got hurt, I cried.
yes,
Me and Mrs. C know what happened when you fall in love with a tentacled animal.
At being avid or
Yeah.
anime watchers, I guess you would, and you all have turned me. I do understand now that it's a dangerous thing to be around the tentacles. I get it, but it was like, oh man, it was a beautiful. It was filmed beautifully. Wouldn't you say, JuJu? I mean, it was just a
and
great.
the way he told the story, it was so
Right.
like it just instantly drew you in.
Yeah. Mousy wants an iguana. She wants wild iguanas in Georgia. Okay.
Yeah, octopi do only live 1 or 2 until they have babies, and then
yes, they're purposeful until they do what they got to do, and that's it. Okay, so Jeff is backing it up with check out the story of the English explorer John Horrocks to find out the story about the camel. I will, Godless. Thank you for backing it up because that was so good. I'm gonna have to go Google afterwards.
I know officially tabs I have open. I still have Anzac cookies open. Mark Caesar. I also have Blue Ring Octopus and John Horrocks. That's what I've Googled this stream.
Okay, and Mousy said that you got her to watch Goodnight Oppie. Oh, and you cried.
That one's so good. I cried at it too.
Is that on Netflix? Is that on Netflix?
Netflix or where is that one, Mousy?
I know, Mark. They have such a short life, only 1 or 2 years. It's very cyclic too. It's like purposeful.
Goodnight Oppie's so good. I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go to food now because Mark wants to know if you made the Anzac biscuits yet. You need to tell us when you do.
Mark, I almost made them yesterday, but then I ran out of steam because I made soup. So.
Mm-hmm. You're right, Mark. They are very intelligent. I've often wanted a tank too, Blake, but it would be kind of cruel, I think. Although maybe not if it was big enough. Like,
there's a guy on, I guess he's on YouTube, because since I go to Mousy's channel, they suggest him for me. But he has an octopus as a pet, and he puts like different jars and stuff in there, and will put like treats in the jars. So the octopus has to like figure out how to get it.
To open it. I've seen octopuses open jelly jars, like twist the lid and everything.
Yeah, even when they're inside it.
Mm-hmm. They can get out. How did it get out of it? Right. An octopus would never get trapped in a dryer. Like, it would figure its way out. Yeah. Definitely.
Why was it near the dryer, though?
No, I'm just saying. You remember what we were saying earlier about climbing into dryer?
Yep.
Anyway,
I do.
It would never happen. Yeah. Anyway, it wouldn't happen to an octopus. It just wouldn't. I know that was a weird segue, but that's exactly how it appeared in my head. Welcome to my world, people.
The octopi have their act together. They're not climbing in dryers.
Mm-hmm.
They do love food puzzles. But the one I watch on YouTube, he solves his real quick. And sometimes the guy will be like, oh, man, he got that real quick. Like, he thinks he like set up like a neat puzzle for the octopus, and the octopus just gets it.
Yep. You know, Mark, that's the thing about octopuses, like what they can do with their body, how they can contort it and change it, make it look like other things. I've seen them look like other clamshells and stuff like that, so that nobody will attack them. I've seen them put shells all over their body when a shark was coming, so that like they couldn't get bit. Yeah.
Have you guys seen there's slugs that live at the bottom of the ocean? I think slugs.
The sea slugs? Yeah.
Yeah. And then whatever they eat, they incorporate into like their body. So if they eat like a venomous, I don't know, sea.
Do they become poisonous if they eat it?
They like get the little spikes on their back. So all of them, even though it's all the same species, they all look different because they change based on what they've eaten. And they take the defense tactic of whatever they ate and incorporate it into their own DNA.
That's so freaky. That's like instant evolution based on the environment.
It's like freaking awesome, isn't it?
It is. It's like science overload. Now I've got to go look for them. You know, I'm good. Like,
I'll find it because I saved a video about them because I was like, "What is this? I need to learn more."
You're gonna have to pull me out of that rabbit hole. Like, I could see me getting lost in there for the rest of the day. Wow. Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah. Were you going to say something, Missy? I heard you.
Oh, no, I'm just over here. I'm trying to figure something out on like a game that my husband and me plays together. And he was like all day trying to figure it out. And I think I'm about to get the title before him.
I know that's very important too. Like I know I could just.
Did
see
you
it now.
hear
They
the
think I
tone
did.
in her voice? She's like, I think I'm about to get him.
He's gonna be
attractive.
and it's gonna be like, oh, and he's gonna be so thrilled about that when he gets home and finds out. Yes.
Well, I was doing it because I'm trying to figure out how to get the. He's been trying to figure out how to get the title, and it's like an old school quest chain that you have to do, but we can't do it anymore. But then there's so many things that are just saying, oh, you gotta go beat this boss in this like dungeon, and he went in it today, but it didn't do anything. So I'm like in this dungeon right now, killing everything.
She's a killer. She's a killer
Yeah,
too.
so I killed everything, and it finally unlocked something that we didn't see earlier. Dude, come on, just die. Die.
When things don't die fast enough.
Exactly, you got to help him along. Yeah. Carolyn said that thing like about the octopus is like the sea slug is like dart frogs, kind of. Their poison is only due to their diet after they eat. Oh, and Mrs. C, here's a compliment for you. Mrs. C is here just to make the channel look good.
Who said that?
Ooh.
Mark, and he posted it twice. He's serious about it.
Mark, what?
That's nice, Mark. I'm glad you. That was very nice. I'm trying not to mouse out, but y'all, cuttlefish are adorable and tasty.
Cuttlefish are amazing.
Wait, and tasty?
I've never tried them before, but they're one of the coolest sea creatures.
What do they do?
They can morph themselves into pretty much anything. They have the best camouflaging ability out of any animal in the animal kingdom, if I remember correctly.
Is everything prey on them? Is that why they have that ability?
I don't know. They're also very cute.
They are cute, and that's my question: is Mousy? How do you know that something that adorable is tasty? Like, I don't think I can eat anything that's adorable. Like, if it looks really cute or like what it used to be. Yes, congratulations, Mrs. D. I'm so happy.
Nice work.
I am now the Fire Lord. Yes.
You're now the okay. And you better mute before we hear your husband moaning and groaning in the background because you won't appreciate it. Like, you know,
He's sleeping right now.
Oh, I don't.
Wait,
like.
What,
I can just
what
imagine.
What game is this?
World of Warcraft.
Oh.
Yeah.
I should have actually gotten that from when you said Fire Lord.
Okay, here's the article.
There's a whole bunch of different ones.
You know, this channel always brings receipts. And thank you, Jeff, because he actually brought the article forward about the camel that killed its owner right there in the chat. It's all true. It's absolutely true. It's phenomenal. Like, yes, like, thank you. And Jeff backed it up. There it is. Like, I knew he wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. It's funny. And it's one of those things you're going to remember after you read it for life. We're all going to know this now.
Shot by Australia's first camel.
Yup. There you go. Absolutely.
Pretty much.
Beautiful. Good job to that camel.
And Mark, no, I'm not jealous, Boo. I'm not jealous at all. Mrs. Cassandra rocks. Like, yeah. No. Yes, absolutely not jealous at all. I cannot compete with her awesomeness. It's just not possible. She brings the mayhem. She makes me better.
Oh, I wonder if you're saying that because I wasn't talking because I was concentrating. I'm just here.
But I do feel better.
And kicking ass at it.
Exactly. I do feel better knowing that she's playing the video game because that's so Mrs. C. Like, now I know what she's doing. I'm perfectly fine with it. Before, I wanted to just make sure she was okay. Like, you know.
Well, I was doing this like right before, before we even went live. I was trying to figure it out. Been trying to figure this out all day.
Oh no! Listen, I know what it's like to get obsessed with games like that. Believe me, if I've got to figure something out, I can't let it go until it's done. Like, yeah, that's it. I
I
get
meant to take
fixated.
screenshots. Dang it. Ah, well.
Mousy, that camel is a gangster. Did you see that article? That gangster was badass. I mean, the gangster. No, that camel was a gangster badass. Totally. See, I can't even talk. I was laughing so hard about that thing. It's funny. I only looked at it briefly, but quite a few things caught my eye as being very humorous. But I don't know. Was that all you had to rant about, Record? Like that's pretty mild for you. I'm actually impressed. Yeah.
That's a
Yes,
big deal, though.
and I sent in for another refund request saying the game is falsely advertising something, and I still didn't get a refund. They said no, you played it too much.
You said no again. You played it. You said too bad.
You played it too much.
You've been playing with it too much. It'll fall off if we take it back.
Oh, basically they were saying if you didn't catch on that it was false advertising in the first hour, you can't have your money back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, plus they're like, clearly by how much you've played it, you like it, so you'll keep playing it.
Either that or they're calling them slow. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, they don't want to give you your money back. That's all there is to it.
I'll have to get my money's worth then.
Well, are we going to still play it then? It was pretty cool.
There will be a lot more democracy coming along.
Oh, thank you. Will you do it with the American accent? Like, yeah. So I want to see your character all dressed up in red, white, and blue.
You bet I will.
You betcha. You betcha. You betcha.
You betcha.
I love when you guys
democracy
see
for
accents.
everyone. Yeehaw!
That's how we sound.
It's amusing. I'm glad you get a kick out of it, JuJu, because I really was. I'm not the only one. Like, you know, it'll feel so weird. I was laughing. It was good. It was good. I don't know, but I'm starting to wonder about my character that I'm really enjoying watching things get killed on screen in these video games. Like, I'm cheering on. Like, did I not Record, like the other day going, come on, get off it. Like, why isn't that thing dead yet? Like, kill it like you mean it. Like, what is going on with you? Kill that thing.
I think that's a stress
from the
relief.
person that used to be like cringing every time she heard the broken bones and.
I know that used to be me. There's no me lately anymore. I think I've been desensitized. I think
she likes the goo now.
Still gives me the shit.
The first time I watched you play a video game, he was beating the bad guys with their own body parts. And I did freak out. Like he has to. He would say that I was a bit squeamish and I squealed a lot and I acted just like a girly girl. Like I was like, oh my god, you know. But now it's like, really? That's all you got? Like, do I need to show you how to kill that thing? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, kill it like you mean it. Like, come on, make a big mess. Like, really? I only see like 7 parts. You could have blew that one into 20. Like, come on. And JuJu was helping me
at some point.
Yeah, and JuJu was watching with me, and we were like, really? There's a lot of blood here. Can we just come clean it up a little bit? Just, you know, because it's not. We don't get to see the splatters anymore when there's so much. Like, it's just all over the place. So we don't see it anymore. So you got to clean it up so we get the full effect again.
Plus, if there's a robot wrecker, we'll always show you the tush if you ask.
The robot tush?
The robot tush.
I will always do my best to find the robot tush.
Yes. The one game he was playing Dragon Dogma, and we got him not to wear pants. And so every time his character would jump up a wall or anything, it like hinted that it was going to show you butt, but it never did. It gave you like upper thigh. It gave you like his naked feet. And he was running around killing things. He was really tough. Like for a half naked man, he like kicked ass, like seriously. And it was just comical because it wasn't just me. Other people were in the chat going, every time he put the pants on, so he had some like extra protection against a big enemy, everybody was like, why are you wearing pants? Like, what's wrong? Why'd you put your pants on? Boo! Boo! Take your pants off!
Boo! We didn't come here for pants.
Yes. Like if we knew there were gonna be pants, we wouldn't have showed up. Like, damn. Like,
no one ever comes for pants.
Yeah. It was quite.
I wonder how long it'll take before everyone gets what I just said.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah,
Mrs.
I knew
C's
you
still
did.
distracted because she would have had a zinger right there.
No, I know she's celebrating.
Hey, Claire, sorry, I gotta drop off. Gremlin needs me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Have a good
That's
one.
all
Thank
good.
you for
You
being
too.
here.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll be
I'll be
ending
in
in
the chat.
10. Have a good night.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Good
me.
night.
See ya.
Good night. See ya. Good seeing you, Record. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you too.
I love that she came, beat the game or whatever that part of the game, and then was like,
Uh-huh.
"Listen, guys, I gotta go."
I gotta get. Well, yeah, she gotta take care of Gremlin today, so she can, like, when husband gets up for work, she can drop it on
She's
him.
like, "We're preparing a skit to show him that we beat him at this game."
Exactly. Wait. She'll says, "What are drop bears?" Note, I did look up drop bears, and apparently they're folklore. Yes, they are. They're fake. But if you go on Australian streams like I did, and they tried to tell me that they were real, like thinking from Jersey I'd fall for it, I did play along a little bit, but I know they're not real. They try to make like it's a nasty version of a koala. I've been terrorized in my own Discord and everywhere on Twitter about it by certain friends who know this gimmick. Like, just terrorized me with pictures of them. Yeah. Right, Godless? Like, and I like the little card. He's got a camel emoji in the chat now. Anyway.
I think the funniest thing about that story is the camel literally took a knee.
Did it really?
It was kneeling down. It took a knee and took him out. That's literally what happened.
Got down to his level and killed him. Yep.
It came down to his level and took him out.
Mm-hmm. That's even worse. Like, it's not like it was like bigger than him and overabundant and terrorized him. It like took a knee nice and calmly and just took him out. Like, that says everything. Yeah.
Man.
You know what? Camels are gangster. They spit. Like, don't get near a camel. Like, they spit and they spit violently. Like, it's not cute. It's not cute.
What if that's your like protection, your method of like defending yourself? You're like, listen, I'll spit on you. Do you think they like get home at night and they're like, man, I wish we had something better than spit?
Mousy, I'm gonna start a new penalty box for bingo cheaters in the chat.
Mousy thinks she's a sly cheater, but she's
not.
Mousy,
I didn't think you're not so sly. You are obvious AF anymore about the bingo cheating going on in the chat.
No.
Okay, and you and the little posse you're organizing there are gonna make me like have to put a little room for you all to go in. Like, I'm gonna make a cheaters room or something. I don't know. Like, we're not doing it. We see you. We see you.
Every time you cheat at bingo, I don't know, something happens.
I'll tell you what, it was really made me cautious about what comments I pull up. Like, I'm learning my lessons.
I know. Do you know, one day I was like, I'm going to make my own bingo card. Go through. We just annihilate it. I get a full house on bingo and submit it after the stream. True. And then be like, check it, everyone. I won at bingo.
You did, Mark. You tried to tell Shirley and everybody that drop bears would be the last thing you'll ever see. Like, exactly.
Claire pulls up
cheaters' comments. that would be an accurate bingo square if we actually were going to do that. But I'm really trying hard not to.
No, I gave a freebie out tonight talking about the raccoons and the dead bird on my deck. So.
And you didn't. Oh yeah, they did lead you with that. That we did see that, Grace. Was it you, Grace? And if it wasn't you, I apologize, but I do believe it was your comment asking about the difference between this or the raccoon.
That was Mark.
Oh, was it Mark? Okay, sorry, Grace. Mark.
Mark.
Oh, Mark.
Just so you know, we're aware of what happened there.
Yeah. No, I don't want to like blame it on Grace if it ain't Grace, because like that's not right. You didn't do it. I know, Grace, and I apologize. I should not have said your name before I double checked that chat. Like, I'm sorry. It was not you. It was Mark. Mark did do it. Like, yeah. I trust JuJu's memory since she read the comment with me.
Yeah. Well, he was responding to me and doing my rant about dogs barking.
Oh, so Mark,
it may not have been a bingo cheat.
Yeah, and so Mark is actually getting rewarded for it because Mrs. Cassandra is sending him to her basement.
Well, there you go.
For anybody who knows, that's the fun place in Discord. Like, you can't, yeah. You can check in, but you can never leave. Just ask Mocking. Like, he's been down there for
California.
Yeah, Mocking's been down there for the last year and a half at least, like, from what I can tell. We can't get him out. I don't know.
Well, the dog did start barking, as you can tell by my stress going way down.
This is a good question. It's actually kind of funny. I don't know if you get it. If Claire changes her channel's name to Drop Claire, would that be cultural appropriation? Of what? The koala or Australians with bad humor? Which one, Collins? Because Chris really did try to get me with that one. Yeah. It was my first day on panel with them, too. Yeah.
And they thought they were being super funny?
Well, yeah, they were testing to see if I knew, for one, if I had a sense of humor, for two, or if I would just roll with it. I passed all three. So, yeah, it was funny. Of course, I did have something to say about it behind the scenes, but that's another thing. You know, well, we became friends. We became very good friends after that. And of course, other people took it and ran with it. And just like everywhere I went, I would open up a room in my Discord. There'd be a picture of a drop bear. Like the nasty, vicious kind. Like they take pictures of koalas and they put nasty grins with bloody teeth on them and claws. And then,
no.
Yeah. But and I know it wasn't true as soon as they said they only attack American tourists. Like they know the difference.
Right.
They know the difference.
They know the accent.
They can hear it from a mile away.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, you can spot Americans from a mile away. We're loud as hell.
It's true. And then Jeff, being from the UK, like, well, Chris tried to get you too with that one too. But we Brits have pretty much heard that one. Yeah, well, I kind of heard it too a little bit. But I knew something was up.
Because there's another animal they do it with, like imaginary animal. Not Australians. I'm just saying people in
general. Well, we have the chupacabra or the Jersey Devil. Like, we have stuff. Like, there's the abominable snowman. There's the
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Yeah. Okay, is this the part of the show 4 minutes before we leave where we all grab our tinfoil hats and let's just conspiracy out? Okay, like seriously, double question, two-sided question. Okay. What is the best conspiracy you've ever heard that it was either like humorous or like so outrageous or like got you mad, like just like so conspiracied up, like it just sticks out in your mind? And then what is one you actually fell for a little while? Don't have to be forever, or maybe it is. I don't know. I hope so. But
I don't know. There's probably some I believe right now.
and this is for you guys in the chat too. Have at it. Like, yep. Mm-hmm.
That's hard, like off the top of your head question. Because I love a good conspiracy theory. I thoroughly enjoy them.
I could tell you right now, there's a conspiracy going on right now all over Twitter that's making my head spin.
What is it?
The Karen Reed trial.
Oh, yeah. Man, I'm still behind on that. And I need the Loch Ness Monster. Have you guys seen, there's a guy on Instagram, I cannot remember his name, but I love him. He does cold cases where he drinks a case of beer and then tries to solve a cold case.
Wait. I love the way you set up the premise of the channel. So
it's so good though. But he did one on the Loch Ness Monster and he goes, "It's a big fish." That's how he solved it.
It's
The
so
man's
hard
not wrong.
it's so hard for me to take seriously when you go, well, it's a conspiracy that he's going to debunk and he's going to go after these cold cases, but he's drinking a case of beer first.
That's what makes him so good, because he starts the reel sober and he's like, all right, today we're going to analyze the John Bonet case. And then at the end, he'll be like, this killer's slippery.
And you wonder if he gets to the end at that last beer at the end of the case, right before the stream ends, and he goes, "It's all making sense to me now, people. It's all making sense to me now." And then he passes out because.
Well, sometimes I watched one where he didn't do it, the end part where he solves it when he was drunk. He's like, "Well, that got away from me." It was him the next day, and he's sober.
And then he's like, and unfortunately, I don't remember any of it because I drank a case of beer.
Yeah. It always is a different case of beer. Like one time he drank wine.
You know what? But it's total perfection. Because if you're gonna be an ass about conspiracies and all that, why not drink a case of beer?
It's so good.
Remember, because I acted like that.
They randomly suggested him to me, and then I was like, oh, I love this man. And I watched every single one of his reels.
I am so upset with you for not linking this to me in our friendship. How long have we been friends? And I'm just hearing about this. What a holdout.
He just started the cold cases one. He's maybe only had 8 of them.
I don't know. I feel so unworthy right now. I'm side-eyeing you.
The best is when he did the Malaysian air flight. And he has a map at the end when he's drunk and he's pointing on the map.
The one that went missing, like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's done the Bermuda Triangle. He's done Loch Ness. He's done. Oh my god.
He just does random kids. They're great though.
Grace says that my sister or son or sister-in-law truly believes she talks to JFK Jr.
Like his spirit.
His spirit? The Bermuda Triangle. You know what, Mark? That is the one I kind of still
Okay, because the Bermuda Triangle, when we were growing up, was a big thing.
It was. Everything just kept disappearing in the same place, and it still is.
And now all of a sudden you don't hear about it as much as you used to. But when I was young,
they figured out what was actually occurring.
Oh, can you straighten it out for me?
Basically, what was happening is magnetic. In the Bermuda, this is what I understand it to be, at least. In the Bermuda Triangle, there's an outcropping of rocks that people generally use as a way to locate where you are. Mm-hmm. Turns out, somewhere slightly away from the Bermuda Triangle, there's another lot of rocks that look exactly the same. Which is why planes get
You're
lost.
Saying it's bad plotting navigation all along? Like where they put the plot for where they're going to go or what they're going to do? Yes, because all the instruments measure the distance and everything based on the plotting that you put on your pre-flight, if I understand, flight technology.
It's because it looks so similar that they assume that the people who have plotted out the area, when they see that the location comes up in the wrong place, they think, oh, we must be off by XYZ, so we just correct for it, which in turn
corrects them into trouble somehow.
Pushes them further into not being able to go where they want to go.
Right, messing with the instruments and the pre-plan and all.
What did they do to the the wrong outcropping? Did they put a big red X on it and they're like, guys, this isn't the one you think it is?
I think actually just being aware that there are two now would actually solve a lot of that. They would have double checks on what they're plotting now that they know there's two.
Well, navigation has also come a long way, and we're probably not depending on looking at that rock.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
We're not doing the old
that's a bit of a
letdown type thing.
Well, at least we know why they're not talking about it anymore, JuJu, because they figured it out and it's happening less because they've got the information now and that people are,
But don't you think they should have really told the world? I guess they did. We just
But
didn't
no,
listen.
wait a minute. The world wouldn't believe them, and I'm sure they did, but they probably did it responsibly, like a news report or a documentary that none of us paid attention to because it's not as much fun as the conspiracy stories that run rampant everywhere. You know what I mean?
Bermuda Triangle. That was a fun one, though. Man, no, I don't have it. I'm still gonna believe in it. Okay.
This is why people still believe in it no matter what.
Wait. Why is bacon a conspiracy? Bacon is not a conspiracy, Mousy. Like, Mousie's
a conspiracy. Sausage is better.
Philadelphia is not a conspiracy. Philadelphia X. What? Wait. All the people in power are really lizard people from space. Funniest one I ever heard.
That's like V. Remember that miniseries?
I loved that miniseries. It was wicked. I loved it. Like the way she would, like, her eyes would go and then that tongue would come out of her mouth.
Yeah, and they like rip their face off.
Yep, they ate people. But yep, that is the funniest one I ever heard, but it at least was in it. The Loch Ness Monster has not been solved yet, but that is an interesting one because that's something in nature that could possibly. They're finding humongous sea creatures farther down than they ever thought possible. Has anybody ever watched those documentaries of the diver bell that went down that didn't have anybody in it but just did recordings?
Did you watch the documentary called When Whales Could Walk?
No.
When whales had legs? It's on YouTube. It's pretty good.
Well, yeah, with evolution, like a lot of things, like there's mud skippers and stuff. A lot of things went from the water to land, right? Yeah,
but whales went from water to land.
Oh my God! Grace said that JFK Jr. is alive and well, waiting to come back and rescue us. Oh,
all of us?
He's
like the new Jesus.
What? I mean, I love JFK Jr.
Isn't that was it QAnon?
I just don't know. That's like a little scary. Like, wow. Mousy, what are you doing? Mousy, is all right. Mippy, should we put Mousy in timeout for purple pooping into calling flat Earth a valid conspiracy? Like, Mousy, Mousie's a rebel today. She's feeling her. Did you have your Cheerios this morning for breakfast? Did you have like Wheaties or something? Like, she's feeling her oats today. She's on it. She on it. I don't know what to do with you today, Mousy. Like, I don't know. She on it. Oh.
What's another? Okay, wait. I have questions about this. JFK Jr. is still among us. I'm just waiting to save us. Like, save us from what? And how do you come to believe this?
Oh, I know it's not Grace. I never said it was Grace, Mrs. Cassandra. It's her sister-in-law that believes it. I know Grace don't. Like, come on. No. Don't put that out there. I didn't say that, did I? Did I misspeak? Because I thought I said sister-in-law.
No, you said it. You read her comment.
Yeah. Stop causing trouble, Mrs. Cassandra. I'll throw you in the room with Mousy. Stop it. Like, no. I know it's not Grace. Come on.
QAnon got into that JFK is alive. So what?
Yeah, they did get into that. Oh, but she's talking about JFK Jr. Like, I know there's a QAnon thing about JFK himself, that he wasn't really shot. They just got him out of there because, like, for whatever, and he's going to come back and run for president again. He'd be really old. But I don't know. They preserved him somehow. I don't know.
Oh, save us politically. I was like, what? Why would JFK save us? JFK Jr.
Yeah, she's definitely in a rabbit hole. In Godless is saying, the fact that QAnon started on 4chan should be an indication of how valid it is. You would think, Godless, but like common sense is pretty rare these days,
Hey, I just saw an Elvis one the other day, Fish Nerd. That there's some guy
is amazing. They do the worst things for the worst reasons, and then out of nowhere. So this is the thing about 4chan. It is the best place you can ever go, because they will do the worst stuff to people just for the shits and giggles, and then they'll find someone who's an absolute criminal and get them put away.
True. I mean, but like that's the double-edged sword of the Chris Chan story, right? That always 4chan too, right?
Yep,
Was
pretty much. Yep,
Yeah.
4chan pretty
So,
much made
like,
Chris
now-
Chan famous.
Right now, Chris Chan, like he's not such a good person. He did some really weird stuff, but did he do all of that from the pressure of being like promoted into this like world of everybody watching every little thing you do and talking about every little thing you do? Like it's like a double-edged sword. It's a great conversation, but yeah, it started on 4chan, like all of them. But yeah, I've seen them expose some pretty nasty people. Didn't Creepshow Art get exposed through 4chan and another channel like them? What's that other one? The farm one. What's that one called?
Oh,
you know what I'm talking
about?
Kiwi Farm.
The other one, it's like a 4chan where it's a posting that where you can't have more than one. Yeah, and they actually busted her for talking to herself and promoting herself and causing discord. Like, yeah. Yeah, so like they do good work, but they do like let's just face it, it's a bunch of really hyper, people with a lot of spare time, with a lot of computer skill for shits and giggles that will fuck you up, like on the internet. Like seriously.
I know, but don't you think? I'm like, how much good you could do if you use those skills for?
And occasionally they do, like Anonymous. Like Anonymous comes out with some really good stuff too. But is Anonymous not scary AF as an organization? Gives me this fucking makes me cold to my bone thinking about what they can do, because I see them do it. They hold hostage like major corporations at will with their skills in computer terrorism. That's what it is. 4chan is a group of computerized terrorists. Yeah, I said it. Go ahead and clip it.
And you're their next target.
Tomorrow, when I can't do my live stream because I can never get internet again, like I've been blacklisted or something. Well, there you go, people. That's what I see.
Your first indicator will be your channel name is dropped there.
It gets taken over. Somebody just posts all the drop bears, conspiracy theories, misinformation. Anonymous did grow out of 4chan. Yes, God is. But that's what I mean by it's scary, the amount of skill and what they can do. But it's not like they don't have a point about some of the stuff that they do, but it's how they do it. It scares the heck out of me.
Do you have a conspiracy theory that you wish was true? Like I kind of wish there was a Bigfoot.
I do. There's something. There's a saying that's like money grows on trees. Like I wish that was true.
Yeah.
Yep. Because that would mean it's something that we just have in our life organically that we never have to worry about, and everybody always has enough. Like that would be great.
Then people who weren't into gardening would really complain about it, though. They'd be like, I don't have a green thumb. My mom's not doing good.
It's such a conversation because, it just, I worry about the decisions that people have to make for having too much money or not enough money, in the situations it creates, in it's just the stress. I'm not a fan of capitalism anymore. Well, does that make me a fascist or a communist? I don't think so. But who knows? Tomorrow I'll wake up and Twitter will tell me what I am, I'm sure.
Yes.
You're against democracy?
I didn't say democracy. I said capitalism. No, I'm all for democracy, especially that great outfit you wear while you're killing things. Yes.
By great outfit, do you mean no pants?
No, that's the other game. He actually wears a full corny suit, in his new game. No.
I wish I could take my pants off.
Do you hear
me too?
Damn dogs are barking again.
Maybe they wanted to take his pants off too.
Maybe they're like, we're Bigfoot.
No, it's funny. I don't know how without Mrs. Cassandra we got all pantsless up here, but damn.
Robot Tush, it'll do it to you every time.
Oh, Godless, you're correct. Low-Cow actually did help with the creep show stuff. You're right. That other one, the Low-Cow. Yep. Yeah, Rocket's calling us out. pretty heavy discussion for supposedly nothing. Nobody said it was nothing anymore on Sundays. We said it matters.
Yeah.
Pay attention. I changed it weeks ago because I knew after doing this all week, there was no way I could keep it to just nothing with JuJu. Like, it was going to be really, really hard.
Yeah, and then the caveat is nothing matters.
Did anything that we say tonight matter at all? No, and it's really late. It's like 9:13. We went way past, guys. I'm kicking us all out of here. So, Teresa, you just got here. I'm sorry, but we're leaving.
Teresa shows up. We shut it down.
Oh, I love seeing Teresa. Hello,
I do
Teresa.
too.
Yes.
Hi, Teresa.
And I appreciate Mousy screaming for democracy in the chat. I love it. I appreciate Grace's good sense of humor tonight and all of you contributing. This was actually fun. Mark, this was fun. Everybody, the mods, Rocket Couch came back to make sure we're all behaving appropriately. JuJu, do you feel? I told you, I have this sense like he's there watching all the time, like I have to behave.
I know. You said it comforts you.
Because if I make the unintentional innuendo, Rocket Couch is going to say so in the chat. He's going to go, there you go, check that one off. You know, he's going to be checking off bingo boxes for me. Yep. But yeah.
Mark, eat a spider for you.
Oh, see, Teresa, you're so well loved. People are eating spiders for you. This is lovely. Yeah.
Mousy, quit yelling. She's trying to get herself banned. So, bingo, cheater. Bingo, cheater. That's what I think is occurring.
She's a bingo cheater. And we're not falling for it, Mousy. We are working against it. Like, we are organized against your manipulation of the bingo card. Yes, you. She said, no, look at this. Miss Innocent. Oh, not that one.
Now, Mrs. C getting in on it. Stabbing you, bingo cheats.
Well, we know Mrs. C going to be stirring trouble. We know that. All right. That's it. Before I have to time anybody out, I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Thank you, Wrecker, for coming up and ranting. Thank you, Mrs.
Yeah, good rant, Wrecker.
You're most welcome.
For joining us. Thank you, JuJu, again for another lovely Sunday. Thank you, everybody in chat, for keeping it going. And I'm telling you, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for making my Sunday great and starting the weekend. I mean, not the weekend, but the week better. It's always nice to have these chats before I go into all of this for the week. So thank you to the mods, everybody in the chat, everybody listening later. I think we'll be back next week if I still have internet based on my 4chan comment.
Time will tell.
I'm sure.
I don't know. No, they don't. I'm a little tiny bear. Nobody cares about me. It's beautiful. I love it. I like living in that little square over there. Leave me be. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Anybody got last words?
Nope.
Screw Sony.
As always. There you go. That's a hashtag. Screw Sony. Okay.
And not in the fun way.
Not in a fun way. Yeah, and don't do it good. Make sure it's really bad. Yep.
Leave them very unsatisfied.
Yes, like they're leaving us. Yes. Have a good night, everybody. Very short outro. We didn't even have an intro, but we'll see. I'll be with some of you tomorrow morning, 10:15. If you're interested in the Chad Daybell trial, I'll be there. And I'll try to not talk about the other stuff I've seen going on lately. Oh my God. With the other trials are going crazy, JuJu.
I know, so many it's a lot to keep up with.
It's too much. I'm losing my mind. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.